Bonjour, mon cœur. It's your Archon of Wisdom. We're here, we're queer, one day a year only, that's right. The birthday vlog. Bing, 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 bing. Let's go get educated, people. Come on. I'm going to take you through Boston all the way up to Salem, Massachusetts. And by the way, Michaela Noguera is 100% a liar. Nobody talks like that. Okay?
Get ready with me in Boston, Massachusetts.
Yes, so spoiler alert, no, nobody talks like that. A couple people in Salem I met talk like that, but it's not even that bad. But we're in Little Italy, guys. This is modern pastry shop. It is one of the oldest pastry shops in the Americas, and we are going to see some of beautiful Boston. It is a beautiful city. They really take care of it. They really restore it. Little Italy is amazing. Smells like my Nana's house. Oh my god, these pastries were beautiful. We took them to go. We took them to our hotel, which was really cool. And we stayed in Peabody, by the way. It's not Peabody, it's Peabody. Just like it's not Carnegie, it's Carnegie. But cannolis, guys, oh my god. Now, the parks here, we walked through this little park. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Again, Boston, very walkable, very beautiful place, picturesque, cute. They take care of it. It doesn't smell. They have payphones. What the freak? You know, very cool. Very walkable, like I said. Salem is a very walkable city too. A couple of things, and I'll mention them. A couple of things you can't do if you have a walking aid or a wheelchair, but otherwise, otherwise, beautiful, walkable, amazing, accessible, and it was amazing. I could have stayed just in Boston, honestly. But yes, everybody there just sounds like normal city folks, guys. I know your secret, Michaela. But everything in Salem is cool. This is a dispensary, okay? Oh, we're gonna go back to Holy Cow later in this vlog. Amazing little place. But this is Salem. Welcome to Salem. They really take care and emphasis on restoration and Native American restoration. Everything is beautiful in this place. There's just artwork everywhere you look, and everything is big. Every shop is like something to see, you know, like this is just a shop that I'm showing you guys, okay? This is the fair shop. Like, what? This, but it's got like all this cool like display stuff in it too. Like, it's got little corners you can take pictures in, selfies. But this is Charter Street Cemetery, guys. Okay, ready to get educated? This is, so the actual cemetery was closed, but this is the memorial for the witch trials, memorializing all of the victims of the trials, including how they were taken. And this is, again, the inside of the cemetery was closed for restoration because everything is restored in summer, guys. By the way, if you go, you know. But as you see, everything on these graves has something. Little coins, little things, right? Little trinkets. This is offerings for the people who passed. Because of how their bodies were disposed of inhumanely, they did not have a proper burial. So all of their graves are here instead, right next to the cemetery. The actual cemetery, again, was closed. We could not walk in it, but it was very beautiful nonetheless. Again, this little square is right next to it, and it is open to the public, open all the time. Walk around, read it, memorialize it. Now, I've heard a couple things about the bodies, but we'll get into that later. This is all of the words that were said right before their execution. Beautiful, beautiful. The education house next door was also open, so we got to see that, and this is all education about burials and things like that. But I have heard a couple things about the body disposals. I know that they were kind of thrown in a mass grave. I've heard from some people that they were thrown in the river at some points. But I've also heard that the actual spot that the executions were done in is the Walmart. So if you know, you know. If you're local, you know. We did go to the Walmart, guys. Okay, so but you can see this place from the outside of it. It's not a very big cemetery. It's a very small little place, very cute, very educational. Everything in this town is dripping with history and education, and it is a beautiful town. And this is holy cow. Oh my god, you guys have to go to this spot. Okay. Now, as we get into this is in the Peabody Essex Museum, guys. This is a restored property that they took from China. It is a multi-generational, multi-room, 16-room family house. And it is completely 100% restored. Yes, there is some structural stuff put in there. Some new nails and things like that. But you can see the blessings on the walls, everything, all the items that you're going to see on this property tour is authentic, real from the home. Again, it's a 16 bedroom property. It's 2 floors. It's completely astonishing. It smells amazing in there, like old wood and incense. It is the best. Oh my god. If I could bottle that smell, bro. I love the old, you'll see all this old communist propaganda, guys. I love that stuff. If you know, you know. I took the class in college. If you know, you know. If you watch old Chinese dramas like me and like yaoi dramas, like these beds. Oh my god, when do you get to see these? Anytime, anywhere else outside of in China? Nowhere. And that is essentially what PEM Peabody Essex Museum does. They are so super big on restoring things all across the world. They restore things. They take care of things having to do with the history of Salem, having to do with the history surrounding things in Salem. All among this tour of the museum, you're going to see just a little bit, because I didn't even get to see the whole thing, but just a little bit of the restorative things that they do. Everything is run by PEM. They are great, amazing people. Again, I love these old communist like pieces. All the old blessings are still on all the structures of the doorways. Amazing. This is the only thing I would say is not accessible if you have a walking aid, a wheelchair, a cane, a walker, because the spaces are so tight. Literally my hips were screaming at me after this. But it is very tight cramped spaces. And amazing again. There are stairs, but the stairs are closed. They have a very scary elevator, which is very cool and very creepy. I loved it. But again, everything is 100% restored. Some of the rooms are closed. You guys are going to see through kind of the structure and the glass, because you can see into them. But again, it's actively being restored. This is this is an altar to the house guardian, which just made my heart like, oh my god. They kept and restored everything, guys. Every little piece of property, everything the family had, including this English furniture and wallpaper, this ugly, crazy wallpaper that they brought in for the oldest son and his wife. This was the bedroom that they turned into their master suite, which was so cute. Like, oh my god. Loved it. And again, when do you see this stuff outside of yaois or K-dramas or like period dramas? Like, you never see this, guys. This is super cool. You never see this outside of China. And again, the inside of it smelled so good. Now, we're going to get to this interesting part. This entire part is basically about Native American culture and history. This includes things about how they were enslaved, because we cannot talk about Native American history without talking about what was done to them. We have to talk about everything. So, but this is a lot of artwork done by Native American people, photography, paintings, and just general culture, sculptures, all kinds of really cool stuff. And again, PEM is really big on restoration. That's kind of their thing, guys. So you can basically, they run all the tours for Salem stuff. So if you do the trolley tour, if you do any of the tours in the square around PEM Museum, Peabody Essex Museum, it's probably run by them, because they're big on restoration. They're restoration bros, and I respect it. I respect the gains, because this was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, 100%. And again, this is only a fraction of the museum, guys. I didn't get to see the whole museum because your boy is a tired boy. Okay, I can only take so much. But you guys are going to see some information about some recreations as well about the enslavers. Apparently, pineapples were not always a symbol of hanky-panky switcheroos. They were a symbol of stolen goods from other cultures, because the white people loved pineapples so much that they would bring their friends over and serve it to their friends and be like, ooh, an exotic pineapple. This is a recreation of a yacht that they would take their friends on and then serve them pineapples and pineapple whips and stuff like that, like pineapple dessert, to impress them and be like, wow, look at what I found. This thing looks like it should be on the Titanic. Like, PEM is great. And they also, a lot of this is about the women of the men. All the wives and all of the women who were highly educated, strong, independent, wonderful women. Again, this is Hawthorne, but it's more about his family, than anything. Because his wife was the educated one. He wasn't. And again, we had an amazing tour guide in the museum that we got to talk to, who just yapped at us, who just told us a bunch of information, which is super cool. I love that, Oh, and this one is my birth name, so, but anyway, guys, leave a comment below if you recognize this piece of memorabilia. If you watch fashion shows, guys, if you watch runway stuff, you've seen this before. Okay, comment, like, and subscribe, bitch. But anyway, everything in this wonderful museum is restored. That is their thing. So yeah, enjoy the rest of this, because these women were beautiful, highly educated, and really, wow, way better than the men. I'm just saying, just an opinion. Real quick, this is the outside of the restored property. You can see it from the other levels of the museum. Very cool. And like this room, again, this is the room that has the yacht restoration in it as well. This is meant to look like an old colonial house. Like, PEM is great. They really nailed it. They really nailed it with the restoration, guys. Okay. As we go into this next part, guys, we are going to see a lot of information about the witch trials themselves. We are going to see recreations of the victims' homes, how the town was structured. As you see, information about Tituba. We're going to talk later about her because we're going to see her house, the house that she was a slave at. But again, it is important to remember that these people were not witches, warlocks, they were not mystical. They were regular people who were unfairly treated, guys, and that's why Salem memorializes them. Okay? You're going to see some cool pictures. These are in various shops. Go and find where I found these at, guys, okay? Because these are all at shops across Salem. Everything to see is something really cool and interesting, even the street, okay? This is Half Moon Beach. Half Moon Beach is a beautiful, beautiful place. Coastal property, tiny little island, or tiny little beach, perfect for families if you have little kids, super safe. It is the quintessential East Coast beach, guys, so I had to see it myself. And I am not disappointed. It was beautiful. They had a summer festival. Again, summer is a great time to go, but please remember that a lot of stuff in the actual Salem town is closed for restoration, like the Charter Street Cemetery, the Phillips House, the Darby House, things like that, which we're going to see some sneak peeks of later. Oh, find this place. This is the Ouija Museum, guys, and oh my god, John, if you see this, we are going to take everything you said and we're going to plan a trip to Baltimore. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. But this little place is amazing. It has all kinds of recreation stuff. All kinds of authentic piece stuff. That's why it's behind glass. As you can see, all of these pieces are authentic and real. Really cool, great history museum. And if you blink, you will miss it. Absolutely. So go ahead and find it for yourself when you go to Salem. Because I missed it. I passed it probably about 4 or 5 times without even realizing it. And then when we went to go actually find it, we were like, oh, that's where that is. Okay, it's right there. So it's hidden. It doesn't even look like, it looks like it's just another hoagie shop, but it's not. It's actually the Ouija Museum. And everything in Salem is something to see, guys, okay? Now, this is very important, trigger warning. This is the Torture Museum, guys, okay? Everything here is a recreation of things that were used to harm people, specifically in Salem during the trials. Guys, okay, this is for educational purposes. Please do not strike me down. Everything that you see is recreations and dummies and is not real. No one was harmed in the making of this video. As you can see, the dummies are very big and very scary. On purpose, guys, okay? It is a very cool place. Please remember that when you visit a torture museum, all of the money and proceeds to the torture museum go to preventing future and current harm that is done to people now, because torture is not just a thing of the past. It is not just something that was done to people in the witch trials or in medieval times. It is also something that happens now. So it is very important. Go visit your local torture museum. I think there is one in Chicago, there's one in New York, there's one in DC. Go visit your local guy. Everyone is a little bit different. Everyone is kind of tailored to the city that it is in. So that's very, very cool. You get a unique experience everywhere you go. Again, this one is in Salem, so it is very Salemified. They even have a local scent that was made for them by someone in Salem that makes incense, which is really cool. The place smelled amazing, by the way. Love, 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 love. So if you like the scent, you can indeed bottle it, which I love that. Guys, okay, go and get educated. Go visit your local museums. It's important. Look how big these scary mannequins are. It was so crazy. It was so cool. And again, the things that you are seeing behind glass cases are authentic pieces or important recreations which are behind glass cases for no tocas, do not touchy. Okay, so please go visit and donate to the Torture Museum near you guys. Before we get to Salem Square, we are going to see the witch's house. Okay, guys, look. This is the witch's house. It is the most important house in Salem. It is a completely restored, authentic wooden mansion. For back then, it would have been considered, I don't know, a crazy, even bigger than a mansion. But everything in here is, again, recreated. And this house was important because a lot of the accusations did happen here. This is the house that Tituba worked in. This is the house that the children also lived in. So what happened, and the reason why Tituba was accused, one of the first accused, is because the children were amongst the first accused who exhibited strange behavior, quote unquote, which people took as being witch possession eventually. And of course they did blame Tituba because she was Venezuelan, she was dark-skinned, and she was married to another slave, a black man, who was a slave at I don't remember which house it was, but it was one of the nearby homes. And again, this is the only house that was open, guys. Summer is restoration time in Salem, so if you plan to go, please know that a lot of these properties are closed on the inside for restoration. But you can go see this house. Witch's house is beautiful. Everything in it, again, is real authentic, beautiful, behind no touchy. So, just so you know, no touchy, guys. See, no touchy. Okay. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see. Some of the other homes we're going to see on the old historic street just in passing, including Philip's house, which we did not get to see the inside of, but I will be going back to see the inside of Philip's house because I have heard about the basement kitchen, the slave kitchen. So I want to see it, and I want to see the carriage house in the back, because I got a peek at that, which, this is the only place that I would say is not as accessible if you have a wheelchair. There is no elevator. If you have a walking aid, it is very cramped spaces, very small stairs, death stairs, really, okay, so just beware. But Philip's house may be more accessible to you, Darby house may be more accessible to you. It just depends on what your personal mobility issues are. But for me, I did not have a problem. It is not that big to see, because but it was nonetheless beautiful to see a great piece of Salem history, guys. And everything is cool near it. Black Veil is near it. Go see if you know. Black Veil, hey. But again, this is the outside of the historic district houses, and all of these houses are authentic historic houses. This is the Athenaeum, which is like a public space of education. Again, this stuff is closed. I did not get to see the inside of it, unfortunately, but I did get to see the outside of it. The guy at the property was lucky enough to let us see the back of the property as well. So this is the carriage house. Again, I will be going back to see it because it is so cool. And again, everything in Salem is something to see. There's a Frida Kahlo, everything is something. Including this turkey who was attacking people in the middle of town. Don't know why he was here, but hey, he was just turking it out. This is the Church of Satan house. Again, it was closed, but I did get to see the beautiful outside of it. It was beautiful. I will be going back to see it. I hear they have a beautiful Baphomet statue. And again, I hope you enjoyed. There's so much more to see. This is just the very beginning, guys. I will be going back, but go see it yourself. Have a wonderful day. Drink your water. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Mwah. Bye. Drop your happy birthday below.